What up, y'all? My name is Chase Reeves, and this is the Evergoods Ctb40 liter travel bag, okay? One of the most innovative and interesting harness or like carriage systems because of the way that it contours to my back. It moves really responsively with me. But here's the deal, there's a couple caveats I want you to know about this bag, okay? Let's get into it. Evergoods makes some of my favorite bags in the world right now. Like straight up, I'll put a link below in the description at this time code to their the daily carry bag that is one of my favorites of all time right now. And these guys make it. And you can tell just by looking at this that there's something sort of interesting, something unique going on with this bag. In fact, for this bag, I score bags over at matterful.co. That's where you can find a list of my favorite travel bags right now, and this is definitely going on the list. But with a caveat. One, I'm not gonna tell you the caveat right now. Hold on a second. But I gave this bag just an extra score simply by nature of the fact that it is so innovative. What these guys are doing at Evergoods. The construction of this bag is so unlike other soft goods products that I'm interacting with. I think it's kind of like really masterful. Now, when I first saw this bag, I was super excited. I was like, oh, I cannot wait to travel with that. And then it took a while to get one. And then in travel, it was like, oh shoot, there's one thing in particular that you might have heard about this bag that's pretty, like takes a little time to get used to. The zippers can be really stiff, number one. Number two, not a lot of external access on the bag. So getting in to get my water bottle, I literally have to put the bag down, open this thing up enough to look inside and get, because it has a lip right here, which I'll show you in a second. And I put my water bottle right up there. And so it's easy to get to once I'm at this point. But then, I mean, you have to remember, like, what is worse in transit and travel than doing this whole thing where you're like putting it on the ground, finding the zipper, you're moving it around. If you have to get in and out of the bag a bunch to do that, you're not gonna have a great time. Now, some of you are gonna be like, oh, that bag is like, I'm over it, I can't use it. There's one case actually where this bag is one of the best travel bags I've ever seen, right? I'm loving this for so many reasons. And that case is 2-bag travel, all right? When you've got this on your back, all right? I've got all my gear in an extremely padded, minimal, totally secure and safe, very weather resistant, ruggedly built, very lovely materials, right? I like the simplicity of it and the minimalism of it, getting through an airplane, sort of like, you know, you're tight, moving around. It's very responsive. It's set up like really comfortably. You've got a sternum strap here, which by the way, these little guys can sometimes come loose. Evergoods, I've seen that a couple times. They'll probably be updating. They probably know about that already. But I only had a problem with it one time, and it was surprising. But I lock that in. I do not have a hip strap, okay? But because of the way these shoulder straps are contoured, and the back paddle comes up and hugs my extremely saucy man lats, okay? I don't know if you have any of those. Nice, good work when you can get it. Here's all my big stuff on my bag in a way that I can easily carry it. And then I've just got a little day-like thing with me. This goes on the seat in the airplane. This goes in the overhead compartment. I personally only like to travel with bags that fit under the seat in front of me, if I can help it. Because like my boy Rick Steves says, when you travel like that, it literally changes everything about travel. Last person on the plane, you just put your bag under the seat in front of you and you have everything you need. Minimal travel, might be more minimal than a lot of us are used to, but maybe you can try it on a trip because the amount of freedom is insanity, Sean Hannity. This bag is from North. It's a part of a bag that I'm really excited to test soon. I think this little like hand thing, you know, I got my laptop in here, maybe my iPad, Bluetooth headphones, possibly like a book, like Michael Crichton's going on the trip with me. This all goes in the plane seat. Then I have everything right here. I'm making a big deal about this because really in my life up to now, I think about travel as one bag travel. I love just having one bag. My day pack is normally inside of there, all right? All my clothes, my extra pair of shoes if I'm bringing some, big trip, if you can like only bring one pair of shoes, that like makes life easy. I have loved one bag travel, but the challenge that this bag poses for me, and it really helped me to see I have this challenge anytime I do one bag travel, because oftentimes one bag travel, bigger bag, a lot of times doesn't fit under the seat in front of you. Minimal one bag travel, we're fitting under the seat in front of us. But this, for a huge capacity, 40 liter, maximum carry-on size. Some like airlines won't allow you to carry this on, is what I imagine. Some smaller, you might get that moment with this thing, right? That's a gamble. But if you're mostly flying big airlines, doing big flights and stuff like that, I think you're always gonna be fine. And then if you have all your little goodies out here, well then the fact that this doesn't have a water bottle pocket and doesn't have anything more than a small quick access pocket, which is a great quick access pocket, okay? Up here on the top, quick access pocket, straight in, nice little wedge, about the size of a really big phone, I think. But that's it in terms of external access on this bag, right? You've got awesome handles all the way around. You've got a great zipper, water resistance, excellent materials, but only one little quick access pocket with a little key loop, all right? So does your water bottle fit in there? No. Do you need a water bottle when you're traveling? I do, and I don't like to carry it in my hands if I can help it. So carrying a little bag like this, or having like a fanny pack, you know, like literally carrying this bag. If I could just get everything I needed like accessible here with just like my water bottle and just my water bottle, basically. I think I'm just looking for a place to put my water bottle, which, you know, I could clip on a carabiner and have it dangling around, but man, come on. It's not my style. You want to be dangle water bottle guy? That's up to you, man. I'd like to keep my stuff a little bit cleaner than that, personally. Okay, so that's my one caveat about this bag before we go on. Like, I love traveling with this bag, except for the fact that it's a hassle to get into when you need to get access to more things than are just available through the quick access and the laptop pocket. And this is super, okay, this is the other caveat on this thing, all right? This laptop pocket has plenty of space for a big laptop, right? But it also actually has quite a bit of space back here for you can add stuff. It's hard to see, like even when you're not separated by the internet, when you're just with it, it's hard to see that there's actually quite a bit of room back here. You could easily fit a laptop and like thinner packing cubes with clothes. You'd want soft stuff there. That's the bummer for me. I wouldn't want to put my water bottle, even though it could fit, in here, because I don't want the water next to the computer, number one, and it's just gonna be up against my back. It's gonna change the whole carry of the thing. So to me, I feel like we're missing one external pocket. I feel like we're missing one larger external pocket, and if I could get a water bottle and Bluetooth headphones in there, it's a done deal. Nothing really feels as interesting to carry as this bag. It's very, very comfortable because these straps, you see this? See how different this is? These guys completely had big like sheets of paper out, and they were like cutting paper and making harness systems around their bodies to see, and then trying it out on different bodies and seeing it weird. And so their daily carry bag that I love, link in description below, has the same kind of thing. Their Mountain Quick Draw pack, all their packs have the same kind of thing. And if you're a water bottle, like a bladder person, there's a way to get the bladders through here. I always call that out. So if you are really minimal in travel and you only really need on the go, like what you can get out of a quick access here, then this bag, there is so much that is sensational about it. No travel drag at all. No handles, like straps, compression stuff hanging off this bag. Nothing to get stuck on, right? Really robust materials. Really well made, well chosen materials. The bags always feel like of a type. You know, it feels like a total product. I like that. Bucky Fuller talks about the wholeness that you experience with a well-designed thing. Their bags at Evergoods have a kind of wholeness, a sort of unity to them, and I like that. You will notice that the fabric will pick up dog hair, cat hair, lint, and stuff like that. This fabric tends to do that, but because of the ratio of like weight and strength and all that stuff, this is the one that they want to go with. And these are serious professional bag designers. You should look into the pedigree of who's behind Evergoods sometime. So if you're really minimal, you'd love this right out of the gate. For me personally, I found that if I travel with a little guy like this, with this thing, I have everything I need, which is a bummer because for me, oftentimes when I'm traveling, I have my kids and they need both hands. I'm carrying my 2-year-old. I've got like someone else's bag in my hand. Do you know what I mean? It's ridiculous. So I like to have the 2 hands and everything I need accessible in the bag. So this is like a very pro travel bag to me for travelers. Now, for gear hauling, if like some of you know what I mean when I say gear hauling. For gear hauling, this thing is sensational. So you put the sucker on its face like that, or the front of the bag, and then you unzip this. Now, word about the zippers. They're very stiff. Why? Because there's a lip on the zipper here that actually has some foam padding sewn into it, and that lip comes over the zipper to keep stuff from getting in the way. Like, so when this thing is zipped up and ready to go, you can throw it, you can like be in the rain. It's really, really protective of the zipper itself because those coils are just underneath there. Big old YKK number 10 zipper. Super nice stuff. I think it's number 10. Yeah, big old number 10. But because that lip is sewn in there like that to protect those coils, it actually makes it stiff to zip for a while. And even when it breaks in, you'll notice it as a little stiffer than other zippers in your life. But, and I was like, when's this fucker gonna break in? Like, when's this zipper gonna get easier to use? Because when the bag's empty, it's actually very challenging to like get around the corners and stuff like that. But for some reason, when the bag's full, when it has some like volume in it, it's actually really manageable. It's really easy to get around. Get in, even when I'm putting it down on the floor in the line at Starbucks or something to get in to get something that I like forgot to pull out and keep handy. It's like the zipper got better over time. I was surprised by that. Now they do have a little zip pocket right here on the side. Okay, when the bag is closed like this, you can access that if you adjust your zippers accordingly. So if you keep your zippers up here in one of the top when it's on you, it'd be your top left corner. You pull right here, and now you can theoretically get access to this thing, especially when it's on its side. So you can see right in there, and you've got that thing, which is great for travel documents or something like that. But you're still doing double layers to get in there, and it's just a little guy. Nice place to put like little things like a car key, where you're not going to need that. You're gone now. Your car's at the airport waiting for you to return. So put your car key in there and hide it away. But in transit, I did not use that very often because it's just not a fast pocket to get into. Now you'll see this very interesting sort of lip structure here, right? That actually has compression straps that go over it like this, so you can put a ton of gear, and you can go to the link to matterful.co and see like just all the images of like the climbing gear and the ropes and the kinds of things that a gear hauler needs from their bag. And this works really great for that. For instance, the original Manal bag has this interesting thing where to pack it, it has a soft front. To pack it, you actually put it on its soft front and pack it up, and then you have this like long, stiff back which you zip over it, right? And it was kind of a pain in the ass to pack sometimes. Your packing cubes would slide off or something. This is the opposite of that. You have an actual like box that comes up over the top of the bag, and then you can compress it down. Nice padding in here. The whole, like all the way around the bag is really padded. So whatever you have in here is well protected. Then you've got the top of the bag over here, which I think is sensational. I'm sorry. You might be like thinking I'm completely biased on this, but for some reason, I love this material. This is a 420D high tenacity nylon with a PU coating, all right? I think for lining, it's potentially really over-engineered maybe, right? But something about the feel of this material, it's the same liner inside that daily carry bag of theirs that I love so much. This is and then it's like everything's kind of double layered with it, with different stuff inside the bag, and I don't know. There's something about the materials they've chosen for this that are amazing. Like there's aluminum stays inside of here. You can see this Velcro thing that helps the bag keep its shape, right? No matter what you've got in it. So it's because when it gets all moofy and funky, it affects the way that it carries. So because this thing is like got that rigidity, it feels really comfortable on your back. They use this real hardcore mesh up here so you can see through, put stuff in here. I traveled and like I didn't use packing cubes, basically just had like my underwear and socks over here, little knickknacks in here, you know, things I didn't want my kids to get into in there. And now inside of here, I mean, you've got like 40 liter capacity. It's big, right? Here's the Peak Designs packing cube, my favorite packing cube. Just like, why do you need this many features in a packing cube? I don't know, but sometimes it just comes in helpful and really well made, really lightweight. I'll put a link in the description below. I also like that you can just to open it up. So this is like, normally when I travel, for me, like basically anytime I travel, I'm trying to fit like basically all my clothes in here. That might be more minimal than some of you are used to, but I highly recommend going for it because then this can fit into a lot of different bags, right? I can actually put this in a backpack that like is just a regular day bag sometimes and fit it under the seat in front of me. And I have everything I need on the train or plane or automobile. And all my stuff just fits right in like this. Now, that's super minimal. Some people are like, come on, that's way too minimal. And I understand that. Sometimes I don't travel like that. Most of the time I do, though. So here's the size. I mean, just so much. Like, here's what I typically bring for clothing. And look at that. I mean, it's like you could fit 4 of those in here. You could fit 4 of those in here. One little trick on packing, you guys. Don't overstuff your bag. In fact, make sure there's some room for movability, for grabbing something new while you're out there. Everything gets better when your bag isn't like over the limit of itself, okay? Remember that. Now, I wondered if we could pop this down and just pack the bag this way, okay? And you totally can. And what's great about that is now, from anywhere around the bag, I can actually access whatever's right there. Okay, do you know what I'm saying? From this outside zipper now, I can reach in and see and just like finger around for like what is there. When that lip is up though, I actually have to like put the bag down, open it up enough to get into it, because this lip means if I'm trying to hunt and peck around, if it's in the middle down here, if my Camelback Chute water bottle, which is the best water bottle in the world as far as I'm concerned, fits in all the water bottle pockets. You can see through it clearly. It's only like $11. It has a magnet in the lid. It's easy to clean. And I've used a lot of water bottles. And why would I go with anything more complex than this? So if that's just right there, right? I can like get into the bag when it's closed, right? Hold on. See, it's like sometimes the zipper's getting around these corners. What I find is one of these corners, it's like hard to find what to grip into down here at these bottom corners. You know what I mean? So I'm parched, I'm thirsty, okay? There's a chance that I could go this way. No, not that way. There's a chance I could go the other way because it's Evergoods. And Evergoods always makes me go this way to get into the same daily carry bag, right? And if I had my zippers right here, so if I kept them down at the bottom right of the bag, come on, then potentially I can just sidearm, bam, and I can go in. It's strange to find where you are, and I can get my water bottle, right? But there's nothing very elegant about that, right? That's why I say that this bag is epic for any of you super minimal travelers who like bring your minimalism to like, I already drank water today. I don't need any more. So just for your records, you won't be able to come off your right side and grab a handle, but you will always, with Evergoods bags, be able to come off here and you've got a great handle to just grip it and rip it. Okay, let's break this sucker down. Material choice, all right? Nice, you've already heard me talk about that. This rustic 500D high tenacity nylon. 500D high tenacity nylon. You will be picking up little lint and stuff like that over time. Most of the time it just, bats right off with dirt and stuff like that. Little lint is a little harder. takes all kinds. I loved the interior liner, the 420D high tenacity nylon. I love this harness system and just the way that it's made. It's got this this Zote EV50 foam in there. If that means something to you, it feels solid. Like it springs back. It feels springy. All YKK zippers, love the zipper pulls, just these simple ribbons with a knot at the end. You can find them, you just hold on to them. Your finger doesn't rip out of them, you know, or they don't rip out of your fingers. Inside of the laptop pocket, you have this great 4-way stretch nylon, which is awesome. I don't know if it's just stretchy nylon that's double layered, and I really like it. Now, to that point of putting your laptop in here, one of the things about that nylon stretchy stuff is that it is not very protective. So if you have stuff that you're putting in this pocket as well with the laptop, you want to make sure that it's soft. Build quality is excellent, okay? From the bits of around the zipper that are built there to protect the coils of the zipper so you never have any problems there, no matter how much you're cranking and throwing and doing all sorts of stuff with the bag, to the way that the straps are like, they designed this, I think, originally because straps are so often a thing that break on a bag. And this is just so much stronger. I think that's what I remember. I remember seeing some old YouTube video of them talking about this thing, about how this actually, because it's all of these materials coming together, it's stronger. And because of this way, it certainly is the case that it comfortably fits on the back in a superior way than your standard strap. Just like it's interesting because this back bit comes up and hugs you around your lats, whether they're man lats or woman lats or any kind of lat. Like what are your lats? So build quality is really high on this thing. It's like, I feel like it should be in the Museum of Modern Art. It's really, really thoughtfully designed and conceived. Then we have water resistance. It would take a lot of water for it to get through this shell, right? I think it's probably possible, but this is everything's coated with the water repellent, the PU coating and stuff like that. The zippers are not like AquaGuard sealed or anything. They're sewn in backwards or like gusset up. And then they have, like I said, that lip that goes around, okay? Which is, I think, what pinches the zipper a little bit. And so breaking that in over time is what makes the zippers easier to move. But that protection does keep, like, I mean, that is like pretty, there's places on here that are just pretty tight. That's the seal. But like, look over here. I mean, it's just like, I don't know. So water resistance to me is solid on this thing, even though it doesn't have water sealed zippers. Okay, some of you, like, you know, if you're Southeast Asia, like if you're monsoon season, if you're like a traveler like that, you know that like sometimes you're just using a waterproof bag, I guess. I don't know. For me, I'm more of a like, maybe I'm a luxury traveler. I don't know. I'll pop into a cafe when it's raining and let it sort of burn off for a little bit. I don't have any problem with that. That is travel. Okay, external access. To me, I give it a subpar thing on external access. If you need more, that is only if you need more than this quick access pocket, which, like, again, here's my iPhone X, and it's got, you know, a good solid 2 inches on top of that thing before the edge of the lip. Okay, but just because I know a lot of you are gonna need this is one of the big things in travel, man. When you have access to your stuff and it's not that cumbersome to get at what you need in your bag when you're in transit, when you've got 20 minutes to kill waiting for the Uber to come pick you up at some place, like, and you just got what you need right there. You don't have to set the bag down, open it up, get what you need. Or you've got a little, like, day bag like this, or the like some, I mean, you could do a shoulder bag with this. This Bellroy sling is pretty good, but I can't fit my laptop in here, and I want my laptop on the seat, you know, with me. So that means, I don't know, I like consolidating that. So when I get to the seat, I can just put my stuff there. I don't have to put the bag down, grab my laptop out, get my headphones out, get what I need out, then put it up. I don't like that move at all. I want to be quick and easy. Especially if I'm using a big bag and I need to get in that overhead compartment. I'm sort of stressed about it. I'm just like, fuck, man. It's like they're making us compete for this overhead space, man. Okay, so a little bit of a negative mark there on the external access. I want you to be aware of that. Depending on the kind of travel that you actually need to be doing, this may not be the right bag for you. But if you're like a super minimal person, or you're up for doing like the 2-bag thing, there's still some very strong cases for using this bag because it's so fucking comfortable. We'll get to that. Internal organization. The only organization is that top panel of the bag, and I personally like that, right? So I give it an excellent, even though it's so stupidly simple. Again, I'm kind of almost giving it more points for its choice of materials and stuff, right? But this is a surprisingly like organizable inside for a travel bag. It was interesting to me how like, yeah, you can just kind of like break your stuff out of here, put it around in here. But I don't know. I just use a toiletry bag to keep all that stuff usually. I don't know. This is the Air Top Kit toiletry bag, which I really like. But I do love this material. Some of you already are like, you know exactly what you'd use that for. So I just want you to know that it's there because it's actually a really useful part of this bag. Okay, so then there's comfort, which it has like a above average rating for me, okay? It is, all of these scores are over at matterful.co, the link to go check out this bag, okay? This is like just very, very, I keep using the word responsive. I don't know, it's like, I like the suspension on this bag. It's very responsive, okay? It moves easy. By the way, I'm 5'10", 190 pounds about. Maybe I'm more like 187 these days. Excellent comfort on this thing. Standing in line in customs, coming home from Mexico or something, this is what I want on my back. This is what I want on my back. Maybe I also could be satisfied with, surprisingly, one of the other really comfortable bags I've used has been the Nomadic Travel Bag. I'll put a link to that in the description below at this time code. The Nomadic Travel is like a box, and it's just made out of a really stiff, hard material. And so for some reason, that with the hip straps, it was almost like the weight was completely off my shoulders. When a bag has a really rigid back like that, if you have hip straps, it'll keep it up, right? Which really helps keep the weight off your shoulders. This is the opposite. All the weight's on my shoulders, but except for the fact that it's actually like hugging so much of my back that it's distributing that weight all over. There's not like one little pinch point on me. Your body is very different than anybody else's body out there. So your mileage may vary. Still might be the kind of thing where you get and you're like, actually, it isn't comfortable for me. I just don't. I'd be surprised though. I think a lot of bodies this is gonna work for. A lot of bodies, and you're gonna feel that. You're gonna feel it is noticeable how different it is from other bags, right? That's why I'm like, if you travel with this bag, get a little bag so you have everything you need accessible on the outside and have one thing going, a shoulder bag or whatever. I know that to me, that just sort of messes my whole gig up. But when I'm traveling just with me and I need to bring this much shit, then that's what I would be doing. So carrier comfort, super high, definitely above average. Now, how about looks? Does it look weird? Maybe to some of you think it does. I think it looks fucking slick, man. I think it's super streamlined, slick. Look at this branding. This is their branding right here. Just this little Velcro patch. I love that they're not branding this like crazy. In fact, I would love if there was like a little tag right here in some bright color or black on black or something that just said Evergoods, gray, your gray color. I think that would look like, let me see, because I'm curious. I mean, when you see someone with this bag, you're gonna be, what the fuck is that, dude? What is that? Now I gotta go up and I gotta ask him. If I see a little piece of branding, I don't have to talk to him. I can just write it down and check it out online. Okay, so you've got a lot of space and you've got a lot of padding for your gear. You've got a limited amount of external access, but if anything you need, if all you need fits inside of here, this is one of the best quick access pockets in the whole world. My only problem is it's not that, and it's so innovative. The fact that they put it right there, like where your shoulders sort of pull away. It's integrated into the design of the bag. Back to that Bucky Fuller idea of the wholeness, the sort of completeness or unity of the product. What I love about Evergoods gear is like, it has a point of view, right? And if you align yourself with that point of view, you can count on it. That's fucking sick, dude. That's all you can ask for in a product, is a designer who is spirited and thoughtful and has a conviction of some kind on like, this is how I want to do it, we want to do it, how I think the human body wants to do it. And then you get to say, all right, I'll align with that. Or I actually need a water bottle pocket. And I actually need a water bottle pocket. So I had to find some whole way of using a second bag and found that it wasn't that bad. Like you can do it, right? You can really do it. And it's actually, when you need to bring a lot of stuff, it's actually kind of a nice way of doing it, because then this gets put up in the overhead, and look how streamlined and slim and sleek and how easy it's gonna be to get that up there, right? Maximum size you could fit up there, and it's gonna fit up there so easily compared to other bags with pockets and lips and all sorts of shit. I just think that it is such a great job on this bag. Padding, space, comfort, innovation, supporting like really killer designers and manufacturers and like great products, sensational build quality. I mean, this kind of curve over here with the padding underneath, you know how much fucking work goes into shit like that? But you know how much easier that makes it to actually get up and over. You know how much nicer that makes it look when it's on your back, so you look more like somebody who I'm curious about than someone I'm trying to sort of like keep away from my shit, you know? So I put all the information on this guy, all the things there at matterful.co, the first link below to check this bag out and check the price and stuff like that. I didn't mention the price. Where's our price here? We're coming in at like $2 something, right? $289, close to $300, which is like the cheapest something at this quality has ever been made. I like honestly swear to God. That's why I'm so clear with you around what do you need your travel bag for? Because if it's fucking to have a water bottle pocket, don't get this bag. But for some of you sleek, minimal, professional travelers, this is like what you've been waiting for, because it's comfortable and fucking padded and you got all the stuff. And if you do the 2-bag thing, it can be excellent. The one thing that's interesting is no hip straps. Some of you, I wonder if a really short frame would find this as comfortable. I'm not sure. All I know is that when I put this on, kind of similar to the Heimplanet Monolith 40 liter, I'll put a link to that in the description below, that for some reason, I don't need the hip straps. It feels like the weight distribution thing, which I think is what's really going on, is like there's no one place in particular on my body that's carrying all the weight. And when that happens, when that weight is distributed really well, turns out it's pretty simple to fucking carry a bag. Turns out it's pretty simple. So I'll put a link below to this. I'll also put a link at this time code to my big list of the best travel bags, which this is definitely going on. But this is like, I'm glad, are you listening to me on you gotta have some things you need to know about a bag like this. This is not just like your average ayahuasca session or something like that. It's like people are going into ayahuasca going like, yeah, I'm gonna figure out what tech company I'm gonna start or something like that, right? And it's like, dude, relax for a second and open yourself to the possibility that this might be a fucking shit ton more than that. So is this the ayahuasca of travel bags? No, it's just a fucking great designed, really sleek, minimal, lovely materials, great products. Yeah, I don't know. I could gush about this thing forever. I want to stop this for you guys. So check out my list of my favorite travel bags. And while you're there, get on the email list. Because at matterful.co, we do giveaways. Like this channel, we're about to pass like 60,000 subscribers. Probably won't do a giveaway there. Let's build up maybe to 75. And I'm gonna get like as many of these guys to just like contribute a bag or two. And we're gonna however many companies contribute a bag, we're just gonna give those away. And then we do that on the email list, all right? So get on the email list there, but don't send spam. Also, check out matterful.co on Instagram. I'll put a link to that in the description below. Like, can we stop there? We'll stop there. There's more I want to tell you about. There is, but we'll stop there. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being someone who's getting out there and traveling. Travel light, okay? And live big. That's so cheesy. It's such like a dad thing, you know? But like, man, I'm wearing the dad hat. I'm hanging out. I'm a fucking dad. Travel light, live big. Talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.